The first time Karen's SUV blocked my garage, I figured it was a mistake. I mean, who parks their gas-guzzling behemoth right in front of someone's house, like they own the cul-de-sac? By the third day, though, I knew it wasn't an accident. It was a power move. I'd just moved into this cookie-cutter suburban neighborhood in Raleigh, North Carolina, a place where the lawns are manicured to death and the HOA rules read like a dictator's manifesto. My name's Jake, 32 single, and I bought this fixer-upper to flip it for a quick buck. The house was a steal. But the catch, Karen, the HOA president, lived 2 doors down and had a vendetta against anyone who didn't bow to her clipboard tyranny. She'd strut around in her pastel cardigans, barking orders like she was running a prison, not a neighborhood. Her favorite target was me, the new guy who didn't care about her approved mailbox colors or her ban on visible trash cans. Karen's SUV, a gleaming white monstrosity with vanity plates reading "Ho Queen," started blocking my garage every morning. I'd come out to head to work, and there it was, parked so close I couldn't even back my truck out without risking a fender bender. The first time, I left a polite note under her wiper. "Hey, could you not park here? It's blocking my garage." The note vanished, but the SUV didn't. Day 2, I knocked on her door. She answered, all fake smiles and hairspray, and said, "Oh, Jake, I'm just so busy. I must have forgotten. My ass." By day 5, I was fuming, stuck circling my own driveway like an idiot while she sipped coffee on her porch, smirking. I tried talking to the HOA board, but they were Karen's minions, nodding like bobbleheads at her every word. Neighbors whispered about her reign of terror fines for untrimmed hedges, citations for unapproved porch furniture, but nobody dared cross her. The breaking point came on a muggy Tuesday morning. I had a contractor coming to check my roof, and Karen's SUV was, as usual, squatting in front of my garage. I stormed over to her house, but she wasn't there. Her neighbor, Tom, a chill retiree who'd lived here forever, was watering his roses and saw me. "She's at some HOA meeting," he said, rolling his eyes. "Does this every time someone new moves in. It's her way of showing who's boss." That's when Lisa, the single mom across the street, chimed in, leaning out her window. She fined me $200 for my kid's basketball hoop. "You gotta fight back. Jake, fight back." Hell yeah. I was ready. Karen wanted a war. She'd get one, but I wasn't gonna play by her rules. I started small. I printed out a fake parking ticket from some sketchy website and slapped it on her windshield. Cited her for obstructing common sense with a $500 fine. Childish, sure, but the look on her face when she peeled it off was worth it. She didn't move the car, though. Instead, she doubled down, parking even closer the next day, her bumper practically kissing my garage door. Tom and Lisa were now my unofficial war council, meeting over beers in my backyard to brainstorm. "You need something big," Tom said, grinning. "Something she can't ignore." Lisa nodded, scrolling through her phone. "I saw this thing online where a guy got revenge on a bad neighbor with concrete." Concrete. My brain lit up like a Christmas tree. I'm in construction. I know concrete. And I know a guy. The plan came together fast. My buddy Mike owns a small concrete company, and he owed me a favor after I helped him out of a jam last summer. I called him up, explained the situation, and he laughed so hard I thought he'd crash his truck. "You want to what? Trap her car, man? You're nuts. I'm in. We set it for Saturday morning. When Karen would be at her weekly yoga class, her SUV always stayed put until noon. I scouted the street, made sure nobody else's driveway would get blocked, and got Tom and Lisa on board as lookouts. The twist: I wasn't just gonna pour concrete. I was gonna make it a spectacle. I had a sign made, big and bold, Karen's parking spot, reserved for drama. 25 letters of pure pettiness, ready to be staked into the wet slab. Saturday came, and the street was quiet. Mike's truck rumbled in at 8 a.m., the mixer churning like a beast. Tom stood at the corner, pretending to check his mailbox, while Lisa filmed from her porch, giggling like a teenager. I gave Mike the signal, and he started pouring a thick, gray river of concrete right in front of Karen's SUV, sealing it in like a fly in amber. I jammed the sign into the wet mix, the red paint screaming against the gray. My heart was pounding, half expecting sirens or Karen herself to come sprinting down the street. But it went smooth. The concrete set fast, and by the time we cleaned up, it looked like the street had always been that way, except for one trapped SUV. Karen got home at 11:45. I was on my porch, sipping coffee, when I heard her scream. "What the hell is this?" She stormed over to the concrete, her yoga mat hitting the ground. The sign was the cherry on top. Her face went beet red, and she started yelling about lawsuits and vandalism. Tom wandered over, all innocent, and said, "Gee, Karen, maybe you shouldn't park where you're not supposed to." Lisa was still filming, barely hiding her laughter. Karen turned on me, pointing a manicured finger. "You did this. Jake, I'll have you fined. I'll have you arrested." I just shrugged. "Call the cops." "Karen, explain why your car's been blocking my garage for weeks." She didn't call. She knew she'd lose that fight. The fallout was glorious. The HOA couldn't do squat. The concrete was technically on public property, and I'd checked with a buddy at City Hall to make sure I wasn't breaking any laws. Karen had to pay a tow company $200 to jackhammer her SUV out, and the neighborhood buzzed with the story. People started leaving fake reserved signs on their lawns, and Karen's reign started to crack. She stopped showing up at HOA meetings, and last I heard, she's thinking of moving. The concrete's still there, a permanent middle finger to her nonsense, and my garage wide open. If you're stuck dealing with a Karen, don't just take it, get creative. Hit 'em where it hurts, and make sure the whole neighborhood's laughing. Check out Grok. Com for more ways to outsmart the drama queens in your life. The end.